Former United Nations ambassador and former governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley, in Grand Rapids today, making her case to Michiganders. Max Goldwasser had the chance to speak to Haley one-on-one this afternoon about why voters should cast their ballot for her instead of former President Trump.
In the general election, people are given a choice, but during the primaries, people get the chance to make a choice. And that was the message here from Nikki Haley to the crowd in this half-filled ballroom at the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel in downtown Grand Rapids. That's really been the motivation for her getting into this position and starting a run for the presidency as a whole. She has said, made it very clear that a vote for Nikki Haley would be a vote for normalcy, but more importantly, in her eyes, it's not a vote for Donald Trump.
Hello!
It's the walk Nikki Haley has done several times recently, campaigning for a shot at the Republican presidential nomination ahead of a primary that, so far, has not fallen in her favor. But despite the losses, Haley's campaign cup is still half full.
It is an alarm bell to the Republican Party that he has lost 40% of the vote in all the early states. You can't win a general election if you can't win 40% of the votes in a Republican primary. It's a fact.
Haley calling the Republican Party a sinking ship, hoping Tuesday comes with some life rafts in the form of votes. Michiganders hit the primary polls in a battleground state where Haley knows Republicans have lost control.
Since Donald Trump became president in 2016, it's chaos. They've lost the governor's mansion, they lost the state house, they've lost the state senate, they've lost more races. That you're now seeing that they have two Republican parties. That is all the product of the chaos that is Donald Trump, and we're seeing that all over the country.
Haley touting some of her own policies around fiscal responsibility, border security, and more, but spending most of her time on stage and one-on-one with me before the rally, warning that, in her words, America will not survive 4 more years of chaos with Trump in charge.
We need a new generational leader that can go and put in 8 years of day and night work and get solutions done for the American people. No drama, no vendettas, just results for the American people. It's time.
Those in attendance say it's not just about policy anymore. It's about character. And Trump's does not cut it for the White House.
I've always thought of myself as a Republican, but Donald Trump and his character and the way he talks and the way he's leading our country, especially, talking about pulling out of NATO and things like that, doesn't stand for Republican values.
But I don't think he has the humility to ask good questions about how world order works, frankly, or about maybe more complex issues he doesn't have experience with. I don't think he's willing to learn.
So far, though, so bad for Haley and her supporters. Trump sweeping every state primary on the calendar so far, including Haley's home state of South Carolina. But she's made it clear she has no plans to leave this race anytime soon. Been so many calls for you to drop out. Why are you still in it?
Because 70% of Americans don't want to see Donald Trump or Joe Biden. We've got 21 more states and territories that are going to vote in the next 10 days. They deserve a voice.
Now, it is interesting to note when it comes to the general election, a new poll from Marquette Law School currently places Trump 2 points ahead of Biden. But when you look at Haley's numbers, she has a commanding 16-point lead over current President Biden. So statistically speaking, she has a shot to win the presidency, but none of that matters if she cannot first get past the primaries. And she has said time and time again, the people of America are begging for a new voice. Well, on Tuesday, Michiganders have the chance to get their voices heard. For now in Grand Rapids, Max Goldwasser, Fox 17 News.